Hi everyone, Tristan here. For this week's Play of the Week, we talk about Netflix's current #1 show. It's the Korean series taking the world by storm, Squid Game. Squids. So, warning, mild spoilers ahead.
5분 안에 술래의 눈을 피해 결승선에 들어오는 분들은 통과입니다.
그 옛날에 어릴 때 하던 거 말이에요?
Now, in Squid Game, to quote its logline, 456 desperate contestants compete with each other in a deadly survival game involving multiple rounds of childhood games to win a 45.6 billion won prize money. Now, this premise isn't exactly new. I mean, in the West, there's the Hunger Games, Japan has the cult classic Battle Royale, and Takashi Miike's As the Gods Will, as well as last year's similar Netflix hit, Alice in Borderland. Okay, but to me though, what makes Squid Game so captivating is not just its story, nor is it the action or aesthetic. To me, what gets me hooked, possibly subconsciously, is Squid Game's commentary on control or the lack thereof. The franchises I mentioned earlier showed ordinary people in helpless situations. They had no choice but to play for the benefit of the wealthy entities that put them in that situation in the first place. What makes Squid Game so different is that it gives the players the illusion of choice. They are not just playing to live, they choose to play for a multi-billion won cash prize. Like, nobody kidnapped and placed them in a desolate location, they opted in. And when faced with the reality that participation can lead to their death, they were still given the option to back out, and many did, only to come back days later. Now tie this to the idea that Squid Game is grounded in the present day. So there are no dystopias, no totalitarian governments, no gods nor otherworldly entities. And this makes the show all the more unnerving. There's no room for the suspension of disbelief. And as the show progresses, we realize that the villain is the one we face in the real world every day. Privilege and capitalism. So in the show, the only way for social mobility is via the structure, the powers that we provide. So you're free to participate, you're free to strategize, just as long as it is within the game. So dog eat dog is fine, just as long as the elites are unharmed. So they're free to be spectators at the carnage from afar. So what is this but a critique on exploitation, on how easy it is for the privileged to shift the burden to those lower than them on the totem pole. So this is exemplified by the dynamics between the lead character Gi-hun and his childhood friend turned rival Sang-woo. So both grew up in a lower class neighborhood. On one end, Gi-hun never truly rose from poverty, especially after a series of misfortunes. So violently laid off from his blue-collar job and falling into a gambling addiction, he never truly recovers from the PTSD of his firing. On the other hand, Sang-woo, who was always bright as a child, is able to make a name out of himself, albeit as a ruthless, exploitative embezzler.
지금 이 자리에 계신 여러분들은 모두 감당할 수 없는 빚을 지고 삶의 벼랑 끝에 서 계신 분들입니다.
So through the course of the game, both do unscrupulous acts, both lay the blame on themselves for their misfortunes, but given the rigged system, they, and by extension we, the viewers, never truly stand a chance. So, ultimately, one story arc is about embracing the status quo, while the other one is about breaking it. So, what are your thoughts? Share it with us in the comments section below.